Fine and
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
there once was a podcast in the great internet of internets. It was called Fine and Dandy. Muy influential podcast. You have to remember, folks, where there's a podcast, there's a Fine and Dandy.
All right, how about this? All of our shows from now on are just us pitching you ideas about what our show should be.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right.
You know what? Like, honestly, dude, we should try to like lean our conversation sometimes more into stopping points to where we cut some things and then put them into a
So
good, like montage of conversations.
how about
but,
this?
Like, where it's seen.
How about this? We take what the computers can already do and where they simulate like how we sound in conversation.
Computer in our head, man.
So we just take sound bits from everything we do and we simulate a whole podcast that we actually didn't record just from bits and pieces
what if
of
it's better
everything.
than, like anything
we've
we've
ever.
recorded?
It's we put together a podcast.
All right, guys.
Take
we
it from-
give up. The computer's got a better version of us.
Yeah, that'd be kind of. I'd do it.
That'd be kinda sick.
Just like it's us, but it's never really us.
There's gonna be certain episodes where it's like bling blam blimbity. There's
Just like cut,
nothing
bro,
else to say.
just cut scene after cut. Just like, bro, I can't watch this. Just cut scene after cut scene after cut scene after cut scene after cut scene. Cut scene. So I'm so
Welcome to the cut.
just cuts mid conversation every time.
I love it whenever cut.
The other day whenever I was
Cut.
every time, but so I was thinking when I go to Lost Land, should I do something for the podcast there?
That'd be dope.
Should
You could
I-
give out like stickers or something,
Dude.
with your name on it?
Yeah, but I have to get the stickers made with you. I mean, they're probably not
When are you going?
expensive.
3 weeks.
I'm leaving on the 23rd. Leaving on a Thursday, yeah. 2 weeks from tomorrow. Leaving 2 weeks from tomorrow.
So
An 18-hour drive.
you can try to get like a code made.
Dude, I'll try. I want to go around and kind of interview people,
That'd be dope.
but like on a serious level. Like, ask them what brings them there, how the music makes them feel, like who they're excited to see.
You gotta get
Get
their
some
like
insights. Maybe if I could like.
consent to record. And
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, of course. You know what I mean? And I like, or maybe like after, like on the campgrounds,
Who you going with?
going with Austin, Haley, and Jerry.
Okay, so Jerry can record like on his phone, and then you can use your phone for
For
mic.
mic, yeah. Now our AirPods, you can use AirPods as a mic, right?
That would be.
Well, like you
I
can use
don't
the
know.
AirPod too, I
Like with.
think. Yeah,
I don't.
I
Think,
saw
don't
someone
know
do
about
it.
that.
I saw someone do it.
I haven't seen it.
Was
been done.
hilarious.
That sounds pretty fucking
It's
awesome.
funny,
If it
yeah.
works, if it's actually good audio, then I mean, go
It
for
was
it.
pretty solid. I mean, I have to look into it a little bit more.
Probably.
But
do
yeah,
that,
maybe
yeah.
like go into the campgrounds too, and then just like after out, because thing is now what they're doing is they have sound camps, which is after everyone leaves. For all those who are camping, I need to go ahead and buy that today. Actually, after this, for all those that are camping, is 2 more stages they just added going all day and all night.
Nice.
So like after everyone leaves, we still get music getting thrown down by fucking a lot of the artists, which is gonna be sick as fuck. But like in the campgrounds,
that
like
does
talking
sound
to
sick.
people, like getting to know them. I wish I knew how to just portable like podcast,
Yeah.
just set up, you know what I mean, like a whole like thing where it just fucking unfolds. And it's just a whole fucking
Right.
podcast booth right there. That'd be sick as fuck.
And it's. I mean, so when you say when you do stuff for the podcast, like, do you have anything like in mind? Like, were you
Yeah.
just gonna go around just asking people how they're doing, or do you actually have like a
No,
lot of questions that you
yeah,
might
yeah, yeah.
want to
Like I said, like what brings them there? Like like who are they excited to see? Like how do they feel about the music? How do they feel about like the artist? Like what got them into like raving, or what got them into like going to festivals? And then I think the campgrounds is where like shit's really gonna get weird. So for all of you that don't know or haven't been to a festival, I'm sure half the people that are probably listening to, but just like being on the campgrounds and just get you have to imagine a bunch of adults.
It gets fucking hectic, bro.
It gets a little weird. Things get weird. Yeah,
It's fucking hectic, dude.
bunch of people just on shit. They're on 1 or 2,
Or
3 or 4.
all of them, all the drugs.
They're on all of it, but just walking around,
Or they're just
coasting.
high on life, dude.
Some people are, yeah, but just like roaming around, like just I want to sit with some people and just be there, and then just like ask them just weird questions, or just be there and be like, "Yo, like, who are you? How are you, really?"
Is there a Halloween costume that you can use as like roaming around, like a Roman goggles world or something?
I don't know. That'd
Like
be
maybe get
hilarious.
like a plane costume,
I was thinking
but
since
you're
I'm
also like Roman.
yeah, I was thinking since I'm actually broke of just getting a Tarzan costume because it's not much.
I was trying to
It's a
think,
loincloth.
but
It'd be Tarzan.
I think I
That could be
think
Jesus.
I think Alyssa said that they were gonna do like Powder Puff Girl Halloween. I might do like Doctor,
Dude, you should be fucking Mojo Jojo.
or I was thinking about being Mojo
So
Jojo.
that way they all beat the shit out of you.
It sounds dope.
Yeah, you get the shit beat
I
out of
forgot
you.
what the other ideas they had for that. I think they said maybe the Spring Breakers idea, where like I was like, fuck it, I'll dress up like Riff Raff and be James Franco from that movie.
Oh, and they're all the spring breakers.
Yeah.
Spring break forever. That'd be cool though.
Now, I was thinking we should think of some fucking Halloween costumes.
We definitely should. I'm gonna have to though, cause I'm gonna be. The thing is, I'm already going to Freaky Deaky though for the Halloween weekend.
That's the whole weekend.
Friday, Saturday. If
That's
you
not
could
like
go a
the
day, you
weekend.
should. You should try to go a day if you can.
Saturday, if anything. But
If you could go, you should try. Just one day, bro.
I
It's
don't
one
know if
day.
I got money.
I mean, you got
Monty.
time. I mean, you got time. Not till the end of October,
We'll see.
and then just one day, just to check it out.
Uh,
But no, I'm excited for Lost Lands coming up, man. It's 3 days. It's gonna be fucking insane. I'm gonna roam around. I'm gonna try to get some shit done for this, so look out for that content as well.
look out for it, bro, because it's gonna hit you right in your fucking dome piece.
And just like it's gonna be a wild ride. Just I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do it because at a 2-day festival I was already drained, and I feel like I'm getting like my body's not.
This one's a
3 days, bro.
day festival.
3 days. 3 days. That's a long time.
I mean,
For music all day, every day, including after-hour sound camps.
if you're able to get some good sleep, you'll be
Dude,
fine.
that's what I'm saying.
But have you been listening?
What I'm saying. It's not just the fact of like, oh, when it ends, if you're camping, it doesn't just end when it ends.
I mean, if you have the willpower to go to sleep when it ends, then when it ends,
I don't have that. I
it
barely have.
ends when you end.
Dun, dun, and then it's just like coming off of whatever from the previous date.
They're called Lost Lands because it's so long that
Land
people
of the
just
Lost.
get lost out there. They just know how to get back to their fucking car.
You know, there's a story about a girl at a festival not too long ago that supposedly her friends left her, but then turns out she was like, I wandered off because I wanted to, or something. She was on some shit.
Awesome.
She's like, God was with me the whole time. But then she was like, this. Supposedly she was a pickpocket. Like everyone was really worried for her for a second, but then everyone flipped in an instant because they found out she
She's
sucked.
like a criminal.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was that was a day. In today's news. Someone needs
Today's news.
honestly. I need to see like more content like that. Definitely not. So like the EDM community is all like peace, love, positivity. But if someone had like a daily news show, like ding, 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 you know what I mean? Like someone with the newspapers right here, like in today's news, so and so tweeted this. Oh, we're getting an update. Coming in right now. Turns out she fucking sucked.
Dude, I don't understand why
Updated tweets.
more news outlets don't explore the comedy side of it. Why are people still trying to be professional? the news. Like we all need the same information. I understand you're gonna put your own agenda upon it, but if you're gonna go ahead and change the like information that's being distributed, why don't you change the way it's being
I
distributed?
mean,
Like
there's.
why are things still the same old way of like
I mean,
got your folder on your desk and
I mean,
you're
you
sitting up
do.
straight and you got a fucking suit on with a tie and you're like, "Hello, Susan, how are you doing?" You got a coffee. Like, why are we putting on this charade realistically
If you
for
think about it,
the
there's
exact same
those
thing?
ideas are being explored, and they might, who knows, change along the way because, I mean, when you look at
What I'm saying is like
like
these,
John Oliver
yeah,
with his what's the show called?
but
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, John
something like that.
Oliver, and then I mean, he started as a comedian. Now he has a news show that's comedy. You had what was his name on Comedy Central that Trevor Noah took over?
I know who you're talking about.
He was super big.
The Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
John Stewart was doing it for a long time, and then Trevor Noah did a great job of taking over, and
Yeah,
then you could even say at times, well, he doesn't do it like consistently, but he did it. It was Andrew Scholl.
yeah,
Like he had his special that pretty much was that. You know what I mean? He didn't do it
somewhat.
as a. I mean, it was good, but I don't think he did it as great as like Trevor
My
Noah or like John
my
Oliver do it.
question lies in like this the understanding of saying like there are multi-million-dollar news corporations. Well, not even like really corporations, ran by other businesses, stuff like that. But these news outlets run fucking millions of dollars in their productions for these like for daily news and stuff like that. The
Yep.
shows they have, like the people they pay to be on the news that day, whether they're teaching a cooking lesson for a 30 minute slot or whatever you got going on that day. It's like that's a whole lot of money being to a product. Like we're still distributing the same news, but it's fucking like not just watered down to fit some agenda, but it's also being
Why do we
fucking
need so many different
strange
news
ass
channels
way.
for the same news?
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're like just say that this isn't the news anymore. Say this is like you gotta call it something else if it's just gonna be mostly opinionated like
I mean,
based.
that's why most people go to podcasts anyways now. I mean, it's like
Right,
everyone's looking for the. I mean, it's still the same shit. You're gonna like find whatever fits
right.
your agenda, but
I mean, I guess it's just kind of the idea of like not understanding why all this money is still being pushed in that direction. Like, why are we still producing this like this many news outlets, this shows, this many political based productions, not just on television, but like in your news app on your phone and other shit. You know what I mean? Like it's getting to a point where it's like really agenda based to a disgusting extent. Like it's hard to watch. You know what I mean? Like, all right, so like, I mean, obviously you guys don't really give a fuck about what you're saying right now. It's just like what you got to do. It's like so like unoriginal in the way that it's like, all right, we just gotta feed this shit the way that the teleprompter says it, and that's how it goes. Because the man upstairs said that this is how we're gonna run the show, and this is how it's like. It makes me think of like the movie Anchorman, like the two movies. It's like why don't more people try to stand out like that? You know what I mean?
kinda. I mean, I feel like it's gonna take me a second to steer away from your point here to get back to the point. It's gonna sound like I'm. Anyways, all right.
Good job.
Thank you.
It definitely does now.
So, so I was watching Theo Von's podcast with and it was Casey Frey or Fry. I don't know. Whenever Theo Von introduced him, he said Fry, but I always thought it was Frey. That's not
I'm
important.
pretty sure it's Frey,
Yeah. So he's on there and he's
but I
talking
don't know.
talking about how uninspired he was, right, and just like everything that he's doing. And it really, what was weird about that was like they were talking about how like when they were younger, they were never really like socially like great with people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like they weren't. They were a little socially awkward.
yeah, like, and I thought about it, like the way they put it really put it into perspective for me because they were saying like how they used comedy as a way to like gauge the people. You know what I mean? It gave them like a leverage. You know, you can make
Right.
someone laugh. You can kind of like gauge. where the conversation is going or
It's kind of
gauge how the conversation works out.
like a pre-defense mechanism, or you need a defense scoping out the sizing up your opponent. You're like seeing what they can handle if they're sensitive.
Yeah.
I mean,
It really explained. It's crazy because I never was able to put it into words until that moment. Because people were always like, "Bro, you're good with people," and I would always be like, "I'm really not. Like, I'm socially awkward." But like when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that makes sense now."
yeah.
Like I use comedy as like almost like a
Like,
coping. Like I'm socially awkward on the inside, so I kind of use this like
it's like you see
laughter and
you see
comedy as like
yourself as socially awkward because you know how you feel about these people that you're being social with, or the people that are in your social circles, but that doesn't mean that's how they perceive you.
yeah.
And so it's completely different, like,
And I realized, like,
spectrum.
yeah, I do use that to like gauge where I'm at. But where I was going with that, the point I was gonna make is that like with shows and stuff like that, like if you are doing news, I think it would be really good because at that point you can kind of gauge when you're doing shows like that, you can kind of gauge where your audience is,
Yeah.
gauge what's really like how people really feel about things rather than like especially when you have audience based stuff like that. Because with the news, it's just it's all negative, and the way that they portray it always is super shitty, and people are just angry all the time.
Yeah.
But if you do it in a comedic aspect, then you kind of see how people really feel about the issues at hand when you kind of bring them in a lighter tone or
Right.
bring a joke to it. I mean, yes, it's not funny, it is serious, but like
Right.
if you're, how does the audience react to the way that you are portraying it? I think that.
But also, like, that's what I'm kind of getting to, like, as far as the network news goes. It's like, why are we still doing things like this? Like, why is it frowned upon for somebody to car chase and be like, damn, what the fuck's going on with this shit? You know what I mean? Like, we still like trying to be PC for network television and family friendly. And I don't hearing far worse at home.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say there's a sense of PC culture that is possibly important because once you start desensitizing things,
That's
it can
fair.
cause for more destruction. But I think that also goes back to what we always say, like chaos is a form of order.
But also, it's
It
like,
sucks because
I think it goes back to education whenever we talk about
oh
like
no, 100%.
desensitization. Whenever somebody's becoming desensitized to something, it's mostly because they're uneducated on that fact or that topic.
Our education system, the systems in play are fucking ass cheeks. It's only
Right.
getting worse. Just kind of crazy. You know what I saw?
Talk about this a lot.
I know we do because it just fucking it's the more that but the more that we go on every day, I mean, it's an important thing, because especially with content such as a podcast that we do, even more important because it kind of gauges what you're capable of. It gauges the range of what we're able to do. The audience and how wide range. It's for example, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Why did he reach such an audience, right? Because he kind of made him a little bit more PC as he got like more popular, which panned to a wider audience. Which is probably why the news does what they do.
You know, him and The Rock are coming out with another movie.
Bro, please.
It's an animated movie
I'm done.
about
I'm over it.
Superman's dog.
I'm over it. I don't care what it is. I don't want to know.
Underdog.
Is it Underdog?
Wasn't that Superman's dog? What was Superman's dog name? It was Crypto.
It's Crypto, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Yeah, I'm done. You could you could be an awesome sketch for a movie. I don't want to see it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Kevin Hart and The Rock star in every movie ever made in Hollywood. I'm not knocking them
You
because
gotta respect it.
I respect their hustle.
Is retarded.
I respect their hustle.
The hustle and range
Dude,
is just insane.
There's gonna be a section on Netflix that's just The Rock and Kevin Hart, bro. I'm over it.
Rock plus Hart production.
Like, bro.
The Rocky Hart Foundation.
Like, Samuel L. Jackson was everywhere, but it still wasn't like this. Like, holy fuck.
Dwayne the Hart Johnson.
I'm over it.
Dude, It's beautiful though, because it's like it just goes to show that like they're just that unstoppable. They've built this empire that they could really do the fuck they want. They can make as many Jumanji remakes as they fucking wish. They can make an animated movie about Superman's dog. After Kevin Hart has made it successful, like
All right, let's get to that point. We need to get to the point where we can just do anything and it be stupid. Like, hey, you know what? Let's.
stupid how much we can do.
But man, I feel like at that point, to start, man, I would have like probably a production team where we're making our own short films or
See, that's what I'm saying.
own
I think
writing
Kevin Hart
crew.
does have like the Hart Productions. I think they
Does
do.
huh?
They focus on more comedy stuff.
They have
though.
like YouTube stuff, I think, as
Yeah,
well
I think
too.
they focus more on comedy stuff. I don't know if they've delved into like filmmaking.
As much, yeah, I feel that.
They might. I'm just unaware of it.
Oh, what I was gonna say before we got into that, well, with censorship and everything. You know, it's crazy. I read. I need to probably delve deeper into the article, but
Freaking brazy.
briefed over it for a little bit. Oregon was talking about ceasing trades
Who?
and stuff.
Oregon?
With Texas. They were
For
because
why?
of
Values.
yeah, our ban on yeah.
I mean, I can fuck with that,
But
mostly in the way that I don't agree with the abortion law.
me either. But
But,
at what
like-
point do states saying I'm gonna cease trade with your state? Are we just okay? Fuck America now.
I mean, it's like the brink of like
Individual
Civil War
states
activity,
of
yeah.
America. You know, individual states. Like we're not even. Where's the
It's-
federal government?
Yeah, that's like
Where are? What's going on? Like,
It's like, all right, so how much states' rights do we have? Because that's I didn't know you could just say like, oh, I don't like that.
I was.
Dip off the fucking trade market.
Yeah, we're no longer doing deals with this state. At that point, where does that lead? And then it's just every man. That's dude. That is some. We side with this state. Well, we're gonna side with this state.
We unionize with the Texans.
Like, what is going on, bro? At some point, you never know. Texas might be on some. We're gonna secede, and if anybody's with us,
We'll meet you at the Alamo.
at that point, can I like? Do they give us like a grace period of leaving? Because if that's the case,
Like, I don't really want to be a part of that.
I'm not a
That
part.
wasn't my decision.
I didn't want to be on the bottom half of that.
I mean, they'll probably just like make a date in 3 months in the future. I'm saying like, yo, this one it's gonna be official. If you want out, you better get out.
We're seceding,
We're out of there. They're fucking crazy.
and then it's okay. Now they better give me a grace period. It better not be. If you're here, you're stuck.
It's like if you're here, thank you for staying. Go down to your local library. There will be a handy AR-15 wait for you.
Wait, so wait, so at that point, am I like a refuge? Am I like
I mean,
seeking like?
if
'cause
you
if you
want to
think-
get out, yeah.
Yeah. So like if
I
if
mean,
I'm
you're
on-
only displaced. Are you displaced at that point?
yeah, because no, if one place is seceding and you're no longer a part of the United.
But you look like are like a citizen of that place as of your taxes and stuff that you paid at the top of the year. So like, could you really claim to be displaced like that? That's what
That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
asking.
Where is the federal government? What like I mean, if they are allowed to do that, then it really gets into
I don't really know
what's
that
the
much
state
about
allowed
that.
to do? Is the
A
federal
lot,
is the federal
apparently.
government really like
I mean, in
doing
Louisiana,
shit?
you can get alcohol to go.
you can do that now here?
I mean, that's mostly like getting it. Or I mean, like you
No.
can go in Louisiana, walk into a bar, ask for, walk out the bar, and
Oh
walk
shit,
down the
you can get liquor to go now though. You can
You
go
can
to a
get
restaurant.
liquor to go.
restaurant.
You can get liquor to go, but it's sealed
Sealed,
up,
yeah.
and like in a bag and everything. Talking about like open
Contain-
containers.
It's on the street.
If you have the money for it, you can go inside a bar, buy a bottle of wine, crack that bitch open. Out the
I
fuck.
would imagine though, people probably want to be fucked up in Louisiana. Things aren't too great.
I mean, it's not. Yeah.
Over and over, again, bro. Just every year, bro. It's just
Yeah, can we put in the fucking Marshawn Lynch?
we
fucking-
gotta just keep. We gotta keep that
Yeah,
on
put
deck.
that
At
right
that
there.
point, we do need to just keep that one on deck because
that one for
Marshawn just that goes for too many things.
over and over and
Every year, bro.
over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Dude, I say it almost every year. When hurricane season comes, I'm just Louisiana's gonna that and the coast of Florida. It's You have to know.
It's-
There's no. I wonder if we're getting a hurricane this year. It's how bad is it gonna be? It's not a what if. It's a okay. Or are we talking?
especially lately. Lately, the past like 5 to hectic
Dude,
hurricane.
every
No, this
year
been pretty tough.
they're underwater already. They've been underwater.
We're close.
How much further underwater can you go before you're underwater?
Apparently further.
Because they're below sea level already.
Yeah. Most of my family had to evacuate for the hurricane. Well, not most. Some of them.
A lot
Some
of people,
didn't.
bro, coming into Whiskey Cake, we had a ton of people.
I mean, like the doctor. When I went to the doctor last week, they told me that most of the COVID tests around, like for CVS and Walgreens, are kind of low in stock because a bunch of people came over from Louisiana and got tested before they went to go see their family and shit.
Yeah, someone was kind of fucked up because they were they were talking about how someone like a family was from Louisiana and they tipped him really good and they took care of him. He's like that's kind of crazy, bro. He must have been just on some. Yeah, I mean my house is going down anyways. Might as well.
I should take over while you put her up real quick.
Okay, you got it.
And grab us 2 beers out of my fridge.
All right, take over from here.
All right, I'm taking over while he puts his dog up because our dogs are fighting right now. They are going at it. They are not. We're not Michael Vick in this bitch. We're trying to have a lovely, positive household. Basically, what it is my dog is still wearing his cone and he's causing problems with the other dog to try to get her to bite his cone off, and it's worked twice now. So go his ways, and he's now huffing and puffing at me because I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. You know what? I'm just not having it. Keep that cone on, buddy. You hurt your foot. Now it's healing up. It's healing up nicely now. I'm just not having it. Brewski, old ski. I need that in my life. How's this view? Get Doofles. Doofles is in the mix, guys. Doofles is in the mix. Get him filled with topics. Start using as his purpose. The guy's going nuts. Going fucking guns out, buns out, guns out. The sun's out. Yeah. It's kind of insane how Daniel's about to go to Lost Lands and like see dinosaurs because dinosaurs are extinct, but they're not
I'm gonna see the
extinct for
dinosaurs.
the
It's gonna be such a great time. I'm gonna be with friends. We're gonna be grilling and cooking and camping. It's gonna be
camping and grilling and fucking and
Dude. Hopefully.
hopefully, dude. If
Yeah,
I
hell yeah, that's all I go for, dude.
get some Lost Land puss.
That's all I care about, dude. Nah, man, I've been looking forward. Probably the only year that I'm gonna go, honestly, because it's gonna bore us next year.
Dane's trying to go drop off some LLCs. Lost Land cock, dude. Just go out there and be like, I have an LLC. Yeah. Own business. Right here.
Clocking
Daniel
in.
Velasquez, LLC, bro.
Clocking in.
Cocking in.
I said clocking in.
Cocking in, bro.
All right, dude.
LLCs, bro. Yeah, dude. Feel it all over yourself. Just
That was.
that happened.
I'm so excited though for that. 100%. Nah, I was just thinking about it, though, because I've completely forgot until we were in the conversation. Dude, so much shit. I feel like we're piled on just so much shit constantly in the news, like with the
Poo-poo?
women abortion
Yeah.
thing, and then hurricane getting hit.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Also, this
it's
stuff
hard to
going
not
on
be.
with-
You're just like, yeah, all right, another day at the office.
It's like the stuff going on with Afghanistan. The stuff going on.
Those people died, bro.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
Sure.
it's like, why are we still over there? I mean, we know, but we try to pretend like we don't know, even though we've been knowing for however long.
I saw this.
Bro, we're the reason the freaking Al Qaeda took over.
Yeah.
We left a whole. Oopsies. Forgot all of our weapons and stuff. Oops.
It's also like
What?
through all of the shit we just named, like none of it has anything to do with COVID, and that's still a big
Oh, that's still a
predominant
thing.
like
Yeah, no.
factor of the news right now
I think so many people were just at
for
the
good
point. If
reason.
I die, it's
It's gonna happen. I mean, we kind of said it. I don't know if we spoke it into existence or not. But we kind of said it. It's like eventually everybody's gonna get it. It's just who's gonna be able to get through it is the question at
dude.
this point.
I know because we got an argument over it. My whole point in saying is, yes, you should be worried about other people getting it, but we're so far gone.
Right.
I mean, of course,
I
yeah.
think
I guess take the precautions, but I
my
mean,
point in the argument is like we are so far gone, but that doesn't mean you can't do your part to try to like make sure that you're being precautionary in certain instances, especially if you know that there's been exposure close to you. Maybe not in your direct vicinity, but if it was even like through one person to that those have cases have been known to exist. So to be precautionary not just for yourself but the other people around you, then it's good to like take those measures. Now I'm not saying that it's not gonna happen regardless.
yeah.
It probably will. Just like
My
that's
point
all.
was
That
if
was
the
my point.
my point is that if the government maybe would care a little bit more and put more into what was actually going on, okay. But when you have people who are out for 2 weeks, and that might be the difference between them being homeless or not, because of COVID. I you can blame those people for still going to work, but at the end of the day, it's you should be blaming the people who aren't doing anything about the people
I
who.
think the idea is like you can't really blame those people for wanting to work, but like as long as they're sick with the virus that has caused the pandemic, whether that's due to the government's fault or not, it's like if they're working around other people that could be potentially transmitted this virus too. What if one of those people has an autoimmune disease? What if one of those people has pre-existing? Or if they get it from this person who needed to pay the bills, that they could fucking die. They could lose their life. I mean, or they bring it back to one of their parents that has the autoimmune. Like what I'm saying is like extremely irresponsible. I mean, I'm not gonna tell people how to live their lives or whether or not to skip out on a paycheck. What I am saying is probably let people know like, yo, I'm pretty sick, but I can't miss work or something like. I mean, even if it makes like them force you to stay home from work or whatever, like realistically, like that's probably could happen for like greater good of the population, even your coworkers. You know what I mean? Just if you give a fuck about them, like because that's what I was like the point that I was making. I was like, yes, I got like I do know that a lot of people do live paycheck to paycheck and can't miss no days of work just because they got to get their bills paid. But I also know that saying that you are sick, so but you can't miss work, that so it doesn't matter. You got to go to work anyways. Is also saying like your bills are more important than anybody else's.
What if
That
they have kids though? That's my other point.
what
Their
I'm
kid.
saying is like, what if other people have kids? Like, what I'm saying is you're putting your uh like baseline of like what's acceptable above everybody else's. Like, what if you is saying, "Oh, I'm good because like I need to do this or this or this," but you get somebody sick and now they gotta miss work and now they can't pay their bills and now they can't do this. Like
That's fair, but then
that,
it's a
so it's like
cycle. It's a shitty cycle, yeah, for
but
sure.
that's what I'm saying is like you're putting your priorities above other people,
But then it's
which
well,
is also selfish.
but then
That's what I
it's
was
all
trying to
yeah.
say.
I mean, you're right, but then it's also what point. It's like in any decision you make, are you always supposed to put everyone else's priorities above yours, or is there a point where you kind of have to put your own priorities above other people's?
Probably is a point there, but you have to be responsible for that decision in the way that you can't just say fuck it, I gotta go to work. You know what I mean? Like you have to like actually treat that decision with respect because you're putting other people's livelihoods at stake. Well, if not their lives. That's the point. It's like yeah, you could make that decision, but as long as you're not being selfish and saying fuck it, like it doesn't matter. Like it's not my fault if they get
I mean, yeah,
sick. You know
understand.
what I mean? Like,
That's just yeah. That's I mean that's being an asshole about it. I mean, understanding that you might get other
but
people's
isn't
things
that
on.
kind of the same thing without saying it? Going to work without telling anybody that you're sick and potentially getting them sick? Isn't that kind of the same thing as saying "fuck you, get sick"? Like, you're not directly spitting in anybody's mouths, but
Yeah.
do you have to be around somebody for that like extended amount of period in a small contained environment, especially in the service industry?
I feel what you're saying.
Even with the mask, it's not that like effective when it comes to unless you're wearing standard in and
I mean, no one is, but
washing your
everyone
hands
has
every.
different circumstances. It's easy to say anything from a point of view of privilege, but
But it's only a privileged point of view because I'm speaking from a position outside of the service.
I'm saying for this people, not even just like people who drive school buses, that
Yeah,
are people who have two jobs that live paid to
I
check.
mean a lot.
Maybe like a secretary job. I mean, there's people that do hourly jobs that don't pay a lot.
But
It's
there are
illegal.
also like other options. There's not for like I'm not saying everybody has every option. What I am saying is there are options like like small time loans to be able to do this and get that back. Or
Some people, not once again, not everyone's
I'm
capable of.
not saying that. That's what I said. It's not everybody is available to this every option, but there are options in everyone's life. Just not every option is available. What I'm saying is like there are other options than to say fuck it, I'm gonna just go to work. Everybody else. There's a step one, step two. Like I'm not saying those options aren't expended. Like if you expend your other options and all you have left, then by all means don't listen to anything I have to say. Like do what like everybody has to do what they have to do at the end of the day. But it is just making an informed decision. It's like if you know what your options are, then you can know how to expend them. And once you get to that level, you know whether or not you're being responsible for your decision making.
See how everything continues to unfold. Supposedly, the virus is supposed to plateau here coming up in the next month.
So they said that a year ago, and now we got variants.
I mean, it did plateau, but then yeah, we got variants. So I
So it's
mean, this
like,
variant is supposed to plateau sometime.
right.
And we'll see how the variants go. You know, once again, it's just like, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I mean,
I think the only scarier part, I haven't done as much research
it
on
could
these
get
variants,
deadlier, but we don't know.
but I think the only scarier part that I heard about was that it's a little bit more dangerous to children, like these variants are. That's the original virus of like originally wasn't killing very many kids, only kids with like pre-existing conditions. I think it was only autoimmune. I might be wrong, but uh, regardless, what I'm saying is like I think that's a pretty big step though. Like if that's the only thing that I've seen that's kind of like a differential. I don't know how the rates look or numbers, but knowing that it's
You know what we need? For dogs to be able to get it, then people will take us serious. The dogs are getting it.
yeah.
We have to take this serious.
Like I'm trying to think about this virus way of like, what if like in this
That's possible too. I mean, once again, I mean, there's a whole point where you could do everything. There's people who have done everything right, gotten it and died. So I mean,
yeah, so
possibilities are endless.
it,
Endless.
Inleys,
Endless.
Inleys, Einless, Endless Islands. It's Love Island.
Nah, but I mean, there's so many different variables that could happen. It's easy to be do this and do that. Maybe this wouldn't have happened.
I
Yeah, but
mean,
I could do this, that, and this shit still could happen. So,
right. I think both positions are arrogant. Speaking from like a
point of your perspective.
right, yeah, but like that's what I'm saying is like when you're speaking from like a closed viewpoint, like when you're saying I've made my decision, how I feel about this, it's like well then both positions are arrogant, out your ass too. Like
Just like I was having a conversation where someone was trying to tell me how liberals are a certain way. I told her, yeah, you're right. They are that way, but I mean, it's also coming from a perspective of growing up with conservative.
also
Like,
like anytime anyone has that like type of statement, like, all conservatives are this, they're all huge generalization that like probably true.
oh no, I mean, anyone who
It's
identifies as one or the other probably sucks. I'm sorry if you identify as a political party. Our chances, like, if you bring it up, I'm probably gonna check. I mean, I'll listen, but I'm probably partially checked out because honestly,
I mean,
fuck.
I just don't get how that's part of your identity. I get how you have ideals and morals and like things that you believe in to be fair, true, or how things should be. But for that to be a part of like bar is
Dude, I saw a post that was everybody remember we need to vote Abbott out, vote blue. I looked at it. I'll vote Abbott out, but that doesn't mean I have to fucking vote blue.
yeah,
Like
that's
fuck Abbott for sure.
That's two different things you just stated right there.
What? I gotta vote blue because fuck Abbott? Fuck you, dude.
It's like feel like that's just like the big Austin movement right now. Like Austin's predominantly. I think most of the big cities.
Yeah,
are.
blue, but fuck that.
But
Vote who's best. Don't vote for a fucking party
Color.
or a color, you dumbasses. Oh, hey, this person also fucking sucks, but you know what? They're not that guy.
It's like when you zoom out and you see hashtag vote blue, you're like, is like Megamind running for office or like who's this blue person? Like Blue's Clues, like
Vote
all
blue.
grown up.
All blue people unite.
Is it the monster from Monsters Inc?
Voting blue out here doesn't matter.
Blue Power Ranger.
Do you remember that one movie? I think it was just called Monsters. It was like where it was like
Yeah.
the tall lady and then
I
Seth
think it was
Rogen played the
something
blue
versus
guy.
Monsters, maybe.
Yeah, what
Aliens
Aliens versus Monsters. Dude, I forgot about that movie till
Just
just
gas.
now. Yeah, but the blue the glop thing,
Yeah.
bro, vote blue.
Vote blue, bro.
Vote for all the blue people out there, bro. I just hate that. I don't know.
The Traflorkians.
What?
I'm just kidding. It's a party. Aliens.
That's funny, yeah. Really
Fuck
did,
you,
really
dude.
did your research, dude. So let's
Fuck you, dude.
in today's news. War, famine,
War fam.
We got women's rights being taken away again. We're going back to the early 1900s. Let's
insane.
go.
Pretty insane. It's
Or-
up to 5
Hey,
weeks.
anyone can walk around with a
5
gun.
weeks, bro. Oh, that shit's dope though. I'm actually cool with that because I never got my license for my gun, so
Carry,
like
yeah, but
now I
now-
don't have to get it.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's
you still got to get background checks though, right? Or no?
I didn't have a background check done.
I mean, there was never background. Yeah, I mean,
Texas is really squirrely with it. Like I'm sure you're.
no. I mean,
supposed to.
it is a background check.
I mean, they probably did a computer background.
That's what it
check.
was. You didn't do that? Or no, where you have to just answer questions. Are you
Yeah,
a
it was like a
felon?
little
You just press
questionnaire.
no,
Little question.
no,
Yeah. Took
yes,
like 10 minutes.
yes, no. All right, you're good. Look at it. Looks like you're good to go. Here's your gun.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, so I mean, I probably should have gotten my license to carry. Never did though. I have it registered to me, that's for sure. But
Yeah, same.
now I don't have to get.
I mean, the thing is with I mean,
I do kind of want to get a holster now.
there's this guy that walked into the restaurant with a cowboy hat and his gun in his holster. We're in a restaurant. I mean, I guess it's better to have one than not to, though.
Better to have and not need than need and not have. Locked and loaded.
I might get a holster.
Get a whole belt.
See, the thing is, you know, it was already legal technically if you, I think, right, if you had open carry. Without like you had to have it shown, right?
I think you had to have your license to carry though. That's
but but
now
then
you don't have to have a license.
no. Okay, so it was two. You needed two license because you needed the
Open
license
carry license
and a license to carry. Or no, it's concealed handgun
That's
license.
the one.
CHL.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Was license? I
to
think they were
carry
the
is
same, right?
Concealed handgun.
Handgun license. Yeah. So
And then the open carry license or was different.
you had to have a license for open carry. I think the rule was you could.
Sure?
I think you could just have your gun, but you had to like have your gun but not show it. Like if your gun was registered.
I don't know about that, Dan. It sounds pretty sketch.
I mean, having no, like not needing one at all is definitely more super scary.
Bro, I remember the drill they had at U of H for like the auditorium. If it was like a gun drill, if anybody was to show up on campus, like what we would do if there was a gun. It was kind of like the most ridiculous, or like that type of action.
Well, okay.
Excuse
I
me.
mean, it's not gonna pull up now because of course that thing just passed and it says Texas House approves open carry without a permit for handgun owners. Yeah, we're the Wild Wild West, bitch. Women don't got rights, and we can open carry, no license.
Why does it feel like we're going back in time?
Dude, we're going backwards because, dude, we're going to secede. Thou shall rise again.
Dude, like,
Am
what
I
the
wrong?
fuck
Does
is
it not
going
feel like
on?
that, though?
Like, this country really is being split in two, but like the two is not like a half or a half. It's kind of like all over
But
the
if you think about it, if you do split the country in two, that makes it easier for other countries to kind of come in and buy what they want, and then it comes to independent contracting type of business.
It's also like a divide and conquer. It's like easier for other countries to come in and take over this land.
I mean, do you not think they already are?
I
Or like
do think they
competing
already
into the
are.
government as well?
I do think they already are, as far as like my unknowledgeable brain goes, in the way that I don't have any proof to
I mean,
support these claims.
there is 100% proof of China buying up land already.
Right, and
But
businesses.
and then also they're forcing farmers to like burn
Crops, yeah.
crops to open up land, and
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
why there was a shortage of food and stuff.
Right. But I will say I don't really have all the facts or links or anything to like support my claims, so like take this as you may. But
How about this?
realistically, yeah, I mean it just makes the most sense to divide the country possible, almost bearable, so people have things to talk about every day. So there's a 24-hour news cycle. Continue to get deviled by the all the crazy shit going on. Like, when's the last time you saw some good news on TV? I mean, I
Do
don't
they
really
have
watch.
that? Do they have good news
I don't.
TV?
I don't think so.
Dude, all right. Next episode, I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna do 2 segments: good news TV and bad news TV.
Bro, that'd be dope. We could start off the episode with like good news. Welcome to Good News TV. Just kidding. It's fine and dandy. But this is Good News TV. Like, start with good news. And, all right, guys. It's about to be the end of the fucking episode. So, Bad News TV is starting right now, dude.
Hey, that wouldn't be the
Bad News TV.
not the worst idea. We start by just talking about all the good things.
Where through your TV, we tell you bad news.
Tell you all the good things, and then we tell you all the bad things.
Can you spell BAD?
Just like
It spells bad.
like wholesome memes.
Like
You know,
news. We're
like
about
what-
to
like
tell
it has-
you.
it's good. I think that's why people create those Twitter pages, so like you can feel good a little bit. Oh, a dog. And then you scroll up a little bit. 50 people just died. You're like, oh, can I go back to the dog? Fuck. Another one is just, oh, more dogs. I'm happy again.
It's actually updated. 58 people died and an additional 73 are injured.
Dude,
Go back to the dogs.
I saw some. I saw a news article. It was happy day and something so and so. 58 people died. I was like, why did they word it like that? It was like it seemed such like a good article until it was everyone died. I was just I was like, I didn't.
It was a real exciting day
didn't
over here on the battlefield.
I was like, I didn't sign up for that.
And I wouldn't call it exciting. More dark as shit. But anyways, why did you not get me that $100 glass? I would really like that.
Dude, I should have. I don't know.
So it was like a party going on?
No, so yeah, I'll just give him a shout out because why not? I don't know if I'll get in trouble for it, but
He's gonna get in trouble. Find him and sue
nah, I
him
mean
right now.
I'm saying like, it's all the
The
shit.
knock at the door.
So Whiskey Cake does pairing dinners once a month. We did 2 this month. We did the Shining pairing dinner yesterday, and then we have an Angel's Envy pairing dinner in a couple weeks. So essentially, what the pairing dinners are on average, they're somewhere between like 109, 120. That's
cool.
no dollars, but that's gratuity included on that, so it covers everything. But it's like 5 courses. Each course is a different like little treat or like snack
For 2
food. What
for 1? For 2?
each person is that much. But it's like you got to think, and then each of those
Each person pays 120.
Can I finish?
I'm sorry.
So it's a different we partner with a different like brand of like liquor
Okay.
or whatever, like let's say Treaty Oak, which is a brand of whiskey.
Okay.
Angel's Envy, of course, is another brand of whiskey, which is the one coming up.
Of course.
And then so they do 5 courses, and So basically, like I said, each course has a different treat or snack, like that the chef puts together and creates himself with ideas that he makes. He went to a culinary school. He does a great job too.
Culinary stool.
Ooh, some pretty artistic shit you got going on, right?
Singers, dude.
Dude, fucking shit, bro.
Fucking teed them right up.
But no, he does a great job. Honestly, the chef does. I think he's leaving pretty soon. Sadly, though, he's not dead.
Rip.
Gone but never forgotten.
All right.
But he does a great job, and he puts them together really well. And then the bartenders create a cocktail for each of the courses to pair with the food as well. So it's like these. Basically, each one's created. What's curated? Would that be like each thing's curated to specifically like pair perfectly with each item? So yeah, so it's a whole thing, and then they have like the spokesperson. It's not a spokesperson. I forget what they're called. The people that come in and like support the brand and
like the brand ambassadors.
like an ambassador essentially. Yeah. So
it could be a spokesperson.
yeah, but then there's like another name for it. I'm not thinking of right now.
If they said anything like if they.
I mean, it's the same shit.
The crowd, and that's kind of a spokesperson.
Yeah. So then they'll like go over and they'll talk about the whiskey, or they talk about like it was Shiner box, so they'll talk about like the Shiner Brewery and what they have coming up and like new things. There might be like one special drink that they haven't come out with that they might do for that specific pairing dinner, whatever. At the end, the chef will also little speech, thank everybody for coming out. Really cool thing, because I mean sometimes we pack out that room and it's full. We sell out all the tickets. It's really fun. I never get to go to them. I just see everyone having a blast because I'm working. But it looks like that everyone is having.
I don't know. Do you got 120 for a 5-course meal?
I don't.
Or just sitting around.
If I wanted to do that, I'd go to like Disney or something.
You could buy like 3 podcast chairs with that money.
Dude, with one. Yeah, I mean, I personally wouldn't spend that much. I mean, the Shiner Bock one was only $70, but that wasn't too. And people got like the free glasses and got like
5 courses.
Endless drinks. Yeah, what?
Still 5 courses.
5 courses, yeah.
Salad,
it's not like that. It's just like a different. Like one of them was like a stuffed fat little like jalapeno type of thing wrapped in bacon. Another one was like a soft pretzel with something. Another one was the duck banh mi. That's more of like an entree-ish, yeah. And then there was something else that was like similar to an entree and then a dessert. But you're also filling up on alcohol. A lot of alcohol. Like the alcohol comes with like the pack, so it's all those things, but it's like a drink comes with each thing. They send out but I think they also like were supplying like Oktoberfest bottles.
That's pretty dope.
But like one of the drinks was like
Oktoberfest.
One of the drinks was like a cocktail, but like with a bottle, like a mini bottle of the Shiner in the thing. So so they'd get creative with it.
I've wondered what cocktail. Lager beers and
they did like
margaritas.
seltzers too, I think. Also, some of the Shiner seltzers, I think they used. Yeah, I heard they suck, but I heard this one was pretty good. It was like a lemonade.
I heard they fucking blow, dude.
It was like a lemonade one or something.
But I've wondered like what kind of cocktails darker beers could work in. Cocktail I've ever had a beer in was a margarita, and I don't think a dark beer would really work with a margarita.
Ew, no. You know what was crazy?
Ew. Fuck that,
dude, it was crazy because someone was talking about I was talking about Shiner Oktoberfest. I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of like IPA hoppy. I was like, no, it's not. I was like, not at all. Like, nah, I'm more of a fan of like the St. Arnold's Oktoberfest. I went after work to a bar and they had the St. Arnold's Oktoberfest. I took a sip. I was like, almost tastes exactly the same.
Or
different. I was like, so you're like, I don't know if I really like the
I don't know
Shiner.
if I can do that one. You know why? Because the St. Arnold's is that much better.
Because the St. Arnold's is, you know what? It's
impeccable.
It's like if you took the same exact beer and bottled it in another bottle and put St. Arnold's on it, it's like they did that, and that's just the St. Arnold's difference.
Are you telling me this isn't a St. Arnold's?
Wow, this is good. Is this St. Arnold's? No, it's Shiner.
Just kidding. It's St. Arnold's, asshole. Fuck you.
Nah, but they taste almost identical. But I like them. I mean, they're both good. I like darker beer. Oh yeah, going back, I was gonna say this earlier. With Reese's Puffs being on your top 5 cereal. Uh, the Saloon Door, tasty as fuck. It's a beer. Tastes like Reese's Puffs.
The peanut butter type of
Peanut butter
deal.
chocolate. Peanut butter chocolate. Honestly,
Peanut
it's a
butter
good
chocolate flavor.
good little dessert beer. I don't like stouts,
I don't either.
but this one's fucking delicious. It's a really good beer.
I don't like beers that are supposed to.
You'll like. I promise you would love this one. I mean, it's not too heavy either. You know, you can sip on it and not feel
Like
like.
the coffee beers, it's like
Yeah, I'm not a fan too often.
kind of tough.
Yeah, it's.
Fan of coffee. I'm
Oh,
a fan of beer, but I'm not a fan of coffee beer.
I hate Guinness.
Oh yeah, no,
Dude,
I
fuck
don't-
Guinness.
I don't hate a lot of things in life.
Fuck Guinness, bro. I'll drink a lot of beers, bro. There's a reason someone brought a 4-pack to our house one time.
Oh, they sat here for like
Dude,
a year.
and first of all, there was one that got cracked open.
There's 2 art cars on the counter right
Yeah,
now.
'cause
That
no
have
one
been there
wants
for like
to
a
drink
fucking
them.
year.
No one wants to drink them. But the Guinness, there was like 2 left in the fridge, and one of them, I mean, the other 2 didn't even get drank. They were half wasted. So my point was, yeah, I don't know why you would ever get Guinness.
Yeah, like who the fuck would you?
No,
Wait, that was your point?
What was the what's the there's like a drink that people make out of it. It's like a shot goes in there.
Something. Pretty sure.
Dude, I don't know when people used to order. It's weird. I guess it's clientele. Like I don't have people order Guinness a lot now, but when I worked at Topgolf, that was a pretty common
I've ordered
drink
again,
ordered.
at Top Golf and to get it ordered a bunch of crap. How about a star?
I love it because like we have a bunch of like kind of weird beers. They're all pretty good though. And then if people are like, do you have any like,
That Hefe is not.
dude, the El Jefe is fire.
is
Yeah,
dope.
it's a really good one.
That Hefe is pretty good.
But a lot of people are like, do you have any light beers? I'm like you gotta be more specific. We don't have lagers. That's what. What do you have? Do you have like this? And they'll name a shitty beer. No, we don't have that. Oh yeah, I just don't want anything. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
I feel like you're just judging them in that moment, and they can feel it. So, all right, I'm not gonna order anything.
No, man, I'll help you. I'll guide you through whatever beer you want. I know the beers pretty well now, and I know beer myself pretty well. Like I'll help you find a good beer.
Which is funny whenever like I'll show up to a restaurant. I've served for so. I don't really know the beers on tap either, unless it's a place like Sawgrass where they
Yeah.
like in most places like I'll forget what exact beers are on tap. Like obviously
yeah.
you know the main ones.
Yeah. I have to
Seasonals,
look.
you don't remember which ones in season.
I have to look. Yeah.
But I always think it's ever like I'll go show up to a restaurant. I don't tell you to. I can go.
Dude, we have
That
to.
shit always makes. That's exactly what.
It,
But
I
I'm honest with you. Like I can name them off, but realistically, I'll just show you where they're at on the menu.
Dude, I
'cause
need to start
don't
doing
really
that.
know where they're at.
I need to start doing that because we have like 15 beers, and I'm just sitting there like naming them all off, and they're like, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's like, just please.
And it's like realistically, every time the second one you say is the one they want, but they're gonna listen to you say all of them. It's like dressing with a salad. It's like you're gonna tell them like, what kind of dressing would you like with the salad today? They're like, what do you have? Like they like, don't already fucking know what they want with their salad. Like, come on, dog. Know like what we want with salad on. If anything, ask for what you want and let me tell you, we don't have that. And then I'll then ask, okay, what do you have? But like realistically,
That's similar to that or something. Yeah, you know.
shouldn't come off rip saying, what do you have? Make me fucking list the whole goddamn dressings
No,
off.
worst thing all time ever. It was not the restaurant I work at now. Lady was like, what do you have for desserts? And then the another lady at the table was like, oh, there's a dessert menu. She's like, nah, I'm sure he knows them all. I was like, are you fucking with me? And not only, it's like she knew that I had to do it. And what was worse is we had an extensive ass dessert list. First of all, we have look, fucking 3 or 4 flambés. On top of that, there's like 5 other desserts. You know what I'm saying? And then I named them. I listed them all off. Right? I was listing them. I'm lying. It was probably like 8 desserts total. So I'm listing each one off. And then it's like, yeah, what was this? Could you go back? Could you actually say them one more time? And I'll go. And it's like, wait, what was in this one? I'm like, are you fucking with me right now? There's a whole menu that has
Can I get you a dessert menu?
like,
Ma'am.
and then she's like, nah, wait, what was this? And then asked me 3 different times to go back and explain. Like, I was like, you are a piece of shit.
You've gotta be kidding.
Dude, like, how much of an asshole do you have to be to someone and be like, they have a menu? Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
I'll just take a 20 more
Slave
minutes
boy
of his
here.
time.
Slave boy here. He's good. This is his job. Now name him off for us.
Oh,
Go
that's
ahead.
something that I could read. You fucking poor person. I don't read anything anymore.
Read it to me.
He doesn't need. I don't even want him to go get the menu and read off of it. I wanted him to have it burn in his brain.
What am
right
I paying?
now?
What am I paying you for? If you don't know the menu,
You want a tip, boy? You want a tip today, son?
you running around and getting me everything and making sure everything's perfect's not enough. Name everything on the menu.
It's okay. This circus freaking dog's gonna read it off from the list in his head. I don't need to read anything.
Yeah. Come on. And fucking just.
You're just surprised that she just told this other customer.
Dude, I was sat there. I was like,
you're
what?
just surprised. You're just like, wait, what? She's like, go, let me hear it. I know you have it stuck there in your fucking brain, imbecile. Like,
Yeah, this dumbass kid will read it for us.
so we got a couple flambés. One has some bullshit on it. The other one has some
Yeah, it's got some
cat
ingredients.
shit on it.
Yeah, actually, you can figure it out. I got other tables. Fuck you.
That's
And I
my
did.
thought.
I had
It's like,
other tables. I was like,
that's my thought.
dude.
It's like, what are your other tables thinking about this? And just watching you stand at this table for like 30 minutes trying to read off.
they think I'm like
desserts and
ignoring
sh-
them, but in actuality, I'm like,
And they're actually hearing you read off desserts. And then at the end of their meal, you're like, would you like a dessert menu? And they're like, wait, you have dessert menus? What was that charade I saw earlier?
oh my god, bro. There should definitely be a short of just like dumbest fucking
Bullshit that happens at
Dude.
serving jobs.
Just like, how do you want your baked potato? Well done. All right, you can leave. You can just please walk out that door. The fuck? Well done, bitch. This isn't a steak. It's a baked potato. Do you want it loaded, or do you want bacon? Do you want sour cream? The fuck are we talking about, bro?
Rare, actually.
Like, how do you want your salmon cooked?
Loaded.
Blackened? No, like, how do you want it? It's like,
I thought that was weird because like cooking salmon should be like more universal. Like
dude, honestly, I mean, yeah, the normal temperature is gonna be like almost all the way done, like medium
that's what I'm
well,
saying.
like a medium well.
It should be cooked about medium well. Some people, I guess, want it well done. I don't really. I guess maybe
Doesn't
they've had
make that much of a
experiences in
difference.
the past where it wasn't cooked. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I mean,
So they
medium
wanna
wouldn't be
make sure
bad.
it's cooked.
I personally wouldn't get medium on a salmon.
Medium sounds bad.
I
Like,
personally
why
wouldn't do
would
it.
you want any pink inside of your fish?
I
Like,
wouldn't do it personally. But
what are we doing here? Cook the shit. Like, let's just cook the fish. Like, let's make sure it's cooked. Like, cooked. Okay, let's
Bro,
go.
working around food has made me like, I feel like I'm not as picky now with food, but like I understand. I don't know. I love food a lot more, I guess, because I'm always fucking
Oh
around.
yeah,
I'm around it so much, but
absolutely.
I just people don't know shit about shit. I'm so glad I have worked in the service industry, just like so I have like more of a knowledge.
The service industry has taught me a lot about the quality of that we get around.
And drinking, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
food, cocktails, like different juice, like like you appreciate going out more rather. Like even though I
Right.
go out decent
You
amount,
also know how to go out, like, bang for your buck. You know where to go get the fill you up
yeah,
and be good food.
what's overpriced, you know what I mean?
Where to get that are actually. Some drinks are worth the price if they're actually worth the price if it's actually gonna be a great meal.
Or like, and the thing is, like, since most servers go out, you find all the places that usually have deals on certain days. You know what I mean? Most
Mm-hmm.
places have like, I don't. I mean, I don't do that as much now, which I should, so I could save money. But like most places out usually have like great deals on certain days. Most bars, during the day because everyone goes out on the weekend. Like I hate going. It's weird working in the service industry too. You realize, okay, going out on a weekday is the move. You don't want
I
to go
mean,
out.
that's one way to do things. I
Yeah.
guess the duality of life in
Yeah,
that
I
way.
guess because I mean it's gonna be
Whenever
normally.
your best days of working are Fridays and Saturdays,
Yeah.
after those, it's out on those
I don't
days.
like going out on weekends just in general to places, restaurants and stuff. It's always busy.
I
It's
would say
packed.
if you worked a Monday through Friday job, you that's what I'm saying.
Oh
That's
yeah.
there's a duality there. That's
Yeah,
what
you're
I'm
going
saying.
out on
It's
the
like
weekends. Yeah.
whenever you're like the person that works a Monday through like Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday's kind of like an intermediate day, and Friday's setting up for. And then you may have some homework over the weekend that you got to do. Realistic Saturday and to get shit done at home, fuck off, have fun, drink, whatever you want to do. For somebody that's like in the service industry, it's like usually you're gonna work 1 days between Monday and Thursday. Work Friday, Saturday, and either the morning or the night shift on. Some people have off on Sunday, but usually days between Thursday.
That's true. And
So you're working 4 days a week, no matter what, at
regardless.
least.
Well, yeah,
But
most people, yeah.
what I'm saying is that like your most important days are at the end of the week during the time where off for
Which is
their
good. Yeah,
jobs.
that's
So
also
that's what I'm
true.
saying.
That's what creates the
It's
yeah.
like the duality of life kind of creates like balance.
Dude, I can't wait to get out of the service industry, but I don't like I don't. It's gonna feel weird.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel weird. I love it, and on so many aspects of it, the social aspect of just like moving around. It's tiring. It's exhausting. It's a lot of bullshit. Just like the camaraderie that you come with, and I mean there is a lot of bullshit that comes with that camaraderie sometimes too. I mean, anyone who works in a restaurant will let you know. But with that being said,
I mean, I feel
also
like that's really any job
you
at
should
this point.
definitely Whiskey Cake Baybrook is where I work. So
Said, come pay me, dog.
if you ever want to check me out, come through. I serve there. I do
If you
a
ever want to
decent
come
job.
check him out, if you ever want to take him out on a
Hey,
date,
dude, if you ever just want like service that's good, I'm your guy.
it's not even great. It's not even like
Look,
really good.
I can't look. This is where I'm at. I'm never gonna go
It's like
out
a
of my
six and a
way.
half out of
I'm never
10.
gonna go out of my way to like pretend that like I'm interested in whatever's going on. Like now, like if we start having a conversation, I'll be
Everyone has
engaged.
a different like gauge on what a
Yeah, I'll be like I'm not for everybody because I'm just that like I'm gonna do everything that needs to be done. I lately, honestly, I've kind of been forgetting shit here and there though. Like I've been
see.
slacking a little bit.
I'm the type of server that isn't overbearing at all. Like would never be does that. Most like I'm getting my outside of table shit done. That whenever it comes to my tables, like I make sure they have what they or they need that care of it. How I predicate like my trying to all of my outside of my tables. I already have the thing I asked for, and I don't have to be dropping off that they're ready to ask for, but haven't asked for yet. Also, dipping off so they know that I'm like business type shit. I'm not here for a conversation. I'm out here for, with the exception of it being, might have some conversation with, unless they're like busy. If somebody just like an old man or old lady or by themselves, I might strike conversations.
Dude, I
But
love older people.
usually I just mind my own business, bro. Get you the fuck. That's how I work. Some people I've seen are like I don't really know how people that are comedians guests get any. I see people that are like, hey, with their. How do you time for that?
Where I'm at is I just don't. Man, I mean, I was gonna go on a different note a little bit. It's just how table. For one, for sure, I don't know how people sit there and talk to the table. I barely want to talk all at the table. Like
I
I
can,
want to get
I
whatever
can
you
get it
need.
if it's kind of like a situation where you had at Perry's where you have like 3 tables all night type shit. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
what was
That
beautiful?
makes sense.
No, what was beautiful about that though is most of them don't want to talk to you either.
Right, but I'm saying is like I can understand something like that where you have a minimal amount of tables throughout the evening,
Yeah,
so you have more face to face with the guests that you take care of. That makes more situation where you have like a table section working tables on like how people take it in that type of situation to like upon themselves have conversations with their guests is beyond me. I could not do that. Don't have the
I
time.
mean we only have 3 to 4 tables.
That's what I'm saying. But like, cool. I'm really just getting all of these things out of here. So I can feel them all day.
That's where I'm at. Like, I don't.
I don't want to have a conversation with none of y'all. I want to make sure that
I think it's also just the fact that I had to deal with so many people. I don't care to talk to other people because it's constantly when you're just getting pounded in the face with so many different people or people that just are having shitty days. So they
yeah,
take it upon themselves to make sure that you are gonna have a terrible time doing
it's
with
really
them.
fun. Those are the best because it's like you understand it as you're like walking in, as you're walking up to the table. You
I had a person complain about everything, and then she ended up telling me good, but she just made my situation just like kept like I had to keep getting a man. She was just like, I don't know, I guess when I go out to eat, I just want it to be a certain level, and this is just not a certain level. Maybe I just like to complain a lot. I was like,
not gonna lie.
what
Sometimes,
is going on?
sometimes I look at it in like the better side of the light. Whenever I get somebody that's like, oh, I need to see like at that point I understand. Oh, money's coming off your. Usually, when money comes off the ticket, those people off of,
Sometimes
usually I say usually experience. Uh, say it's $90 and they got it down to 5, still pays 65 because extra
you can
dollars on
only
the
hope,
day.
bro. I've done everything for a table.
Shit
I've
happens to me
sang
all the
happy
time.
birthday. I've done candles. There was a table I did everything, bro. Great service. Like there's some tables I'm like, all right,
Right.
I've done all right. Everything, bro, to the T. 0 on 100, baby. Let's
That's
go.
the funnest though. It keeps things interesting because you're like, fuck, and you're just ready for the next table, not like because you actually want it, but because you need it. So at that time, at that level, you're like, all right, what the fuck can I get? Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for being frustrated right now, but how can I? It will experience where you tip me $100. $100 tips hit different though. I've never gotten one. I've gotten close, but
Most I've ever had is a tip. Dude, I miss it.
fair.
The money, yeah, just the money, bro. Just like I see people now that like get $80 tips. I'm like, oh, bro, it's so good. And then I just think back to what I was getting. I'm like, that's average. Fuck. But I do love the people I work with. But like,
And that was mostly because like people.
bro, the biggest tip I ever got was $300
Ah,
on one table. There you go. It was like, dude, I had
can I go home?
had 2 tables that night. I made over $300.
Fuck,
Like that's like holy shit,
that's
bro.
tough.
Yeah, definitely not living that lifestyle now, but yeah, you have people go in there wine and dine and drop bills, bro.
That's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but killed me. That's a lot of dough.
It is, bro. It was great money and like
So you work 4 nights a week. It's
dude, I was making bank. Yeah, let's just
over a
say
band
that.
a week.
I'm making definitely way less now. Um my mental's definitely way better. I'm in a definitely in a better position, more respected in my position. I don't know, I was respected in my position, but overall it's just better.
More respected. I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, yeah, no. If you have to take a break from whatever you're doing for your mental, bro, I mean, it's always a dud.
I
At the end
will
of the day,
say.
it's a glow up.
I will say that that's where most of you're only as good as you. Sometimes that person runs bad service cooks or bussers or runners or whatever wherever the problem lies, it lies directly in the job, and that back to the managers, supervisors, district managers, and things like that. It's like it is a chain of line that you people aren't aware
And
of
that's what I'm
whenever
saying.
they're in those moments.
See, that's what I'm saying in a sense too. Is just I love serving, bro. I love the atmosphere majority of the time. It's just if we had more people who cared,
Right.
it'd be such a greater like experience than what it is. Like
The crazy part about it is that like duality that you spoke about earlier. It's like there is a level you have whenever you have these home that you're only here for is to get the money to pay for the shit at home.
what kind of blew my mind that I was thinking about the other day is
Hard to care about that.
whether we realize it or not, a lot of people in the service industry just end up with people that have been in the service industry.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's a level of understanding of just life and
Kind of
people
like
that
the
you
same
have
thing with doctors and nurses. They're
medical
on the
field.
same schedule, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of the only thing that would work.
But
Everybody else
what I'm
deal with
saying is
you.
that even outside of that, like if you get other jobs,
Oh yeah.
most people still end up with people that have been in the service industry at some point.
Well,
Not everybody, but
to be fair,
statistically speaking,
I feel like everybody goes into
like restaurants. But we know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that have never worked in a restaurant, and those
sure I do
people
too. What I'm
suck.
saying is like probably somewhere. Like,
Yeah, I'm talking like no, I mean hotels. I'd give it to like hotels is that's even more. That's cutthroat, bro.
cruise ship stuff.
Oh, that'd be sick too. Cruise ship is pretty awesome. That'd be something cool to
At
try.
some degree, flight attendant.
Yeah, one of my managers actually is a flight attendant also, but like
Like
the
what I'm
industry is kind
saying,
of fucked right now.
what
But
I'm
yeah,
saying is like
it
how
is
many
similar.
different facets. Probably
I mean, there's people that probably have delved
I
into
don't
it, but there's
wouldn't
people who are like a
I
part of
wouldn't
the
really
service.
put retail there. It's
No,
kind
it
it's
is, but
kind of, but it's not.
it is,
It's
but it's a
different.
fraction, a
Different
little taste,
because
it's a little
it's,
sliver.
in my opinion, mostly because a lot more amount of people work need pay is a lot more regular, a lot more predictable. Service industry is more the only thing you can a week
Even
as
now,
far as a day to day basis.
no, it's definitely it's weird. It's weird just like thinking about it though. But what I was gonna say is I think also part of what it is you have a different outlook on like how you treat people.
Yeah.
Most of us, not every person is like that, but you have a different outlook on life. You know what I mean, and how to deal with people on a day to day basis. How you view yourself and view other people. How you treat them. You know, and most of us are struggling. Most of us are just like not every server. There are servers who are just, I do this just for little extra cash. My parents pay for everything. But most of us are just struggling, you know, to survive. And I think that's what builds that camaraderie too. I think that's what I love about it the most is we're all struggling to get show together. And there are places where they let that get to them and the environment sucks. But there are restaurants such as the one I work in now where we all understand that this shit sucks and we all are struggling, but that doesn't have to define how we are to each other.
Right. But also, like, the definition of how we are to each other, like, has to mean more to it. It's like little amount.
And it sucks too, cause like in this, like you want to be friends with some people, but then their work ethic also kind of,
Yeah.
you know,
And
you like,
it's
I
also
like you as a person, but you suck to work with, dude.
it's also the other way around. It's like you kind of like somebody's work ethic, but you get to know them as a.
Like
That's to that coin.
that was very too much. The working class, man, we're the ones that with the backbone, bro.
I think of the working class as like
Dude, no, I mean the working class would be like construction workers and stuff, but I mean the hospitality industry is also, you know, this is where I'm at. When you look at birthdays, when you look at like holidays,
divorces.
that's not one, but maybe
I
you
didn't say that outside of fucking whiskey.
it does say that, I think. Soirees or whatever your personal needs are. Yeah. Just a lot of different celebrations. Where do people go? Restaurants. Hospitality, you know what I mean? Or, you know, dates. You know what I mean? We're creating an experience for you. We might be making your first date an amazing fucking time. We might
The
be
lunch
helping you
break, getting you away from the madness.
you know what I mean? And you know, no one gives us credit for that shit.
I
No one
mean,
takes a look at it like that. You know what I mean? It's okay,
to
whatever.
say it's discredited, say like for driver. Yes, it is, but it's also like a lot of bigger, better jobs that are discredited a lot more than
Oh
yours
no,
are.
100%, 100%,
Say
100%.
it's discredited is like, yeah, but like, what are you saying?
Long story short, treat everybody with a little bit of respect. You don't know what they're going through, bro.
Yes, I'll take that. I'll take that one. But
We're all
it's
putting
just
up with
like
shit.
we deserve more respect. It's like, yeah, but like, duh. A
Dude,
lot of people deserve more
no, I give
respect.
doctors and shit respect for sure, but there's certain jobs, you know, once your time is over at that job, you're clocked out.
My thing is like we see how we treat like government officials and
Yeah, most of them
teachers
suck. Okay, the teachers.
and
That's
cops and firemen, ambulance and all these. We see how we treat all of these different like jobs that are very important to.
promise.
And then we sign a deal saying we'll take 213 an hour and still have complaints. Sorry, I mean like it's just that quick like finger of like how dare we.
That's fair. That's fair. I had a bad joke today though. It was I don't know. You should remind me when you said cops, but it was like whenever the joke of cops saying had a gun or whatever, right? It's just like they taser you. He was a threat. He knew his rights.
Oh
He was
my
a
god.
threat to our safety. Like someone's like, you can't do this, officer. I know my rights. Freeze! Just starts like fucking handcuffs you. I had to do it. He was a threat to our freedom.
My freedom.
He was a threat. Had to let him know.
Hell yeah.
He was a threat to me. I mean, I didn't define how, but
Or like that could even be like a T-shirt, be like person like thing like Bill of Rights or something. Shit. Cop behind him, tasers. He's a threat to my freedoms. Knowledge is power, and
power is knowledge.
what is power but a lie?
What is
lie but a power?
What is lie but power? What is dude? It's all real. It's real. All right.
I was so wrong.
Now we've been all over the place, but I want to get back to the episode 9 and 10 of Rick and Morty. Absolutely amazing. Definitely watch it.
So this is at an hour and 20 minutes. I started this. For recording for over an hour. half. I'm pretty
Dude,
sure.
we're fucking killing it, dude. Holy shit. If you're watching and you made it to this point, fucking congrats, because I wouldn't have. Jesus
See, that's what I'm
Christ.
saying. It's like either one, we can let these people ride on the fucking crazy train of what we have going for this episode because it's so fucking all over the place, or cut clips. That's topics have
We could really
had
cut.
natural endings
We could
and
cut.
beginnings,
We
and
could,
we can even cut clips in all portional podcast. Maybe
dude.
not even podcast. Just
We
like
could cut out the
clip.
beginning.
We can cut out a bunch. That's what I'm saying. Is like we can cut out the beginning and use the beginning. Cut out this part and use this part.
Clip, yeah. Honestly, just use the whole beginning as a clip. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I
Well,
fucking
just-
not, dude.
just jump, yeah.
I fucking. Why fucking not, dude?
Let's go!
Gotta think about
This
it
is
like it's a circle. So like when you're at the top of the circle, or like it's a Ferris wheel, dude. When you're at the top of the Ferris wheel and it stops moving, you think that you'll never go forward. You know what? If you keep going forward in the same direction for long enough, you'll find yourself right back at the top of that Ferris wheel.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Fine and Dandy. We're gonna wrap up the episode. Watch Rick and Morty episodes 9 and 10. It was amazing. Life is a shit show, and we're just living in it.
Life is a highway, I'm riding all night long.
Click like, subscribe, of course, follow us. We're gonna cut this shit up because this is long as fuck.
Smash that fucking like button, dude.
We're gonna have more content coming up. I think add some more segments and a guest within the next couple weeks. Stay tuned for that. Fucking yeah.
When we hit 5,000 likes on this video,
Look, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your cousins, tell your second cousins, tell your best friend, tell your best friend's wife, tell your best friend's sister,
your best friend's sister.
tell your coworkers, tell their friends, tell their friends' friends. Do what you gotta do. Look, we're all in this together as a community. Let's.
Are you gonna beat them up if they
If
don't?
you don't fuck-
do what you gotta do.
Thank you for tuning in to another great week, though. Fine and Danny. I really appreciate
I
it.
would like to say that this has been a beautiful experience back in the studio. Me and Daniel are back on track like Michael Jack before
Sign, yeah.
he died.
We're trying to keep it going. Yeah,
Boom.
we're still a little rusty, but we're getting there.
Fucking boom,
All right,
dog.
we're cutting it there. It's over. Done.
Fucking boom, dog. Like it's the Boondocks.